Actually, I remember the first Anecdote circle I've ever run. It was actually for an organisation called Land and Water Australia. I was taught by a lady called Shawn. We used to work together at IBM. And Sharon said to me, look, when you run an Anecdote circle and you're trying to get stories from people, there's only two things you have to remember. First of all, when you ask your question, be comfortable with silence. Just sit back, say nothing. I said, okay, I'll remember that, comfortable silence. And the second thing she said to me is that when someone provides an opinion, just ask for an example. She said, example, silence. That's all you have to do to run Anecdote circles. So I said, okay. My first group was a group of scientists, and they were all river specialists, actually. And it was interesting. There was about 8 guys, mainly bearded sort of fellows, very much in the science of ecology and riverine processes. And it was my first one, so I threw out my first question. And then there was just silence. And in fact, it felt like it went forever. And then eventually one of the scientists, he went, oh, I suppose I'll go first. Look, just 2 years ago, we had this happen. It was actually around funding, and they told me a story about how they got their funding from a particular organisation. And what the most interesting thing was, as soon as he told his story, I could see another fellow across the table go, that reminds me. And then he told his story. And then story upon story. We went for 2 hours non-stop. I hardly asked any questions. I think I might have asked 3 questions in 2 hours, and these guys were just on a roll. I guess after I did that first Anecdote circle, I felt a lot more comfortable about how you do this, and it was from then on. I think we've done hundreds upon hundreds of them now.